if you didn't choose to be so poor, you wouldn't be poor, right? If you didn't choose to be so exploited and to feel so exploited, then you would not be so exploited. And so if you just change your vibration, then we, this is the New Age spiritualist talking, wouldn't have so much, power to exploit you. So just get your vibration together and, find your way out of poverty. Welcome to my channel. My name is Neil Waterhouse. This is Here Comes the Sun. So I've been hearing a lot about, and in my readings and in my studies, about the selfishness of New Age spirituality. I mean, really of organized religions and supporting materialism and capitalism, and even in New Age spirituality. And so I wanted to really touch on the aspect of New Age spirituality and their selfishness. It's very long-standing, clear, and understood that fundamentalists in a lot of organized religions have converted their spirituality to support materialism, capitalism, exploitation, and the justification of people who have wealth, and the disparities and discrimination and disparaging of all kinds of peoples, not only in their country, but vastly abroad. That we know. We know, right? The fact that we are a Christian nation here in America, but we are the wealthiest nation. We're a Christian nation, the wealthiest nation, but also have huge health, environmental, economic disparities. We have learning disparity. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. So that is very clear and very well understood. But something that I was reading by Bell Hooks, which I highly recommend, is a book called All About Love, is she's talking about not only the selfishness of the fundamentalists in organized religion, but also the selfishness that comes up in New Age spirituality that also helps to enforce these same ideas of materialism, capitalism, and exploitation. There's ideas that I definitely think people could read from someone like Abraham Hicks that talks about, poor people choose to be poor and rich people choose to be rich. Now, let me not simplify the argument. So let me give it its fair due. The argument is this, that the law of attraction basically says that the lot that you get in life is based off of your vibration. And if you are poor and born poor, it's because you have chosen poor habits of thought that have landed you in poverty. And not just has landed you in poverty, have landed generations of people who are, your family and who look like you in poverty, right? People who were enslaved, chose that kind of bondage through their attention and their focus. And people who were born with wealth practice a habit of thinking rich, and that's why them and their grandchildren and their grandchildren and their grandfather and great-grandfathers, have been so wealthy, not necessarily off of the backs of slavery, but just off of the strength of vibration. That this is what the argument is, that if you didn't choose to be so poor, you wouldn't be poor, right? If you didn't choose to be so exploited and to feel so exploited, then you would not be so exploited. And so if you just change your vibration, then we, this is the New Age spiritualist talking, wouldn't have so much, power to exploit you. So just get your vibration together and, find your way out of poverty. That is, a summation of the kind of criticism of law of attraction that people, it goes far, far, far back, right? That any kind of atrocity that has happened has been attracted into these people's experiences because that's their habit of thought, rather than acknowledging any kind of systemic structures that have born people into exploitative systems, and that people themselves have continued over and over and over again to be exploitative to the environment, to the earth, and to people around them. So, what I wanted to do today was just respond on both sides. I want to respond basically what I think Abraham would say, and I want to respond on the other side as well. So, for example, if I was in the hot seat, I would say to Abraham, what does love call us to do? What service does love and our vibration call us into for those around us? Is it only good enough that we are in our vibration if we continue to exploit those around us? Is it good enough that we are in our vibration and we allow the earth to be plundered? Is it good enough that love is a self-serving thing that allows us our own riches and our own happiness, but neglects the community of us being the planet, of us being other human beings, us being, across country, across continents? What does love actually require of us? What accountability is required? Or is it just stay in my vibration and feel good, and then that's that? Is that really all that it's about? And if the poor people stop choosing to be poor, then that's their choice. But all good things are available to them, but they've chosen to be poor. So that's just, their lot in life, and I can enjoy the fact that I've chosen to be rich and enjoy my riches. Or does love call for us to do something more? Does love call for us to have some kind of communal accountability? Does love call us to some kind of deeper service? That would be my question. That's not a short question. It's not a short question, but that would basically be my question. And in my meditation this morning, I was asking this question. I was like, yo, Abraham, if you want to come and respond, by all means, I welcome you to come and respond, and we'll just talk to the people about it. Because this really is troublesome, that the twin gods of money and power have been able to corrupt not only organized religion and spirituality to worship materialism and consumerism by allowing these tenets to support selfish greed and exploitation. Selfishness, greed, and exploitation. And it's very saddening. And so what do us, the lovers of the light, how do we respond to this? How do we respond as a community? What does the spiritual path call us forth to respond? How does it call us forth to respond? So, in my meditation, this is pretty much what Abraham was saying to me when I was meditating this morning. They always start, we love you so much. We love you so much. We love you so much. And we see that within you, you want to serve others. And we know that within you, you want to give to others. And we know that it pains you when you see people being exploited. And we know that it pains you when you see people being taken advantage of. And we know that it pains you when you see things that don't have to exist existing on this planet. However, you're so far in your own muck that you don't feel the connection to your power to move, to act, to do what you actually feel heartfully called towards, right? And you can't get sick enough to make someone else well. Right? So your own bondage within yourself doesn't allow you to free the world or free others from these systems. No, it is only in your alignment with your vibration. It is only in your alignment with your purpose. It is only in your communing with your community through the alignment and following the steps and one thing leads to another that allow you to be in the places and in the spaces for you to make the kind of difference that you want to make. Your alignment allows you to bring forth the world that you so desperately want to see. This love that when you allow yourself to come into relationship with love, it will lead you towards radical acting in the community. It will lead you to no longer accepting the status quo. It will lead you to fighting for the things that are important to you, if that is what is important to you. Your heart and being one with your heart will not lead you to be content on an island somewhere when you desperately want to bring love and peace and rejoicing to the world. No, being in your vibration is what frees you to speak power. It's what frees you to march in the street if that is your calling. It's what frees you to run for public office if that is your calling. It's what frees you to act in ways that are more loving. It frees you to act in ways that are more compassionate because you feel safe in yourself. Being in your vibration is what calls you to move forward. Being in your vibration is what allows you to be courageous. Being in your vibration is what inspires you to action. Being in your vibration is what brings you together with community that will make a difference. And those that you see as impoverished, right? Because that's your perspective and not our perspective. Those that you see as being exploited and those that you see as being impoverished and those that you see as being tread upon, their access to their vibration is what allows them to be in the time and space to receive the kind of giving that you are offering, right? And not only does your vibration allow you to do things that are different, that can be more helpful and revitalizing to the world and to the earth, but it activates all of those around you. Being in your vibration is an activation of a planetary grid that helps to ascend the whole earth, right? It is not just, oh, if you are in your vibration, then you can do something different and that will impact. No, there is some metaphysical magic going on that you can't even comprehend, that when you allow yourself to be in your vibration and to walk in your vibration and to just meditate in your vibration and to radiate in your vibration, you are activating, you are liberating, you are bringing comfort, you are bringing compassion, you are bringing peace to those you've never even met, that you've never even seen, that you've never even spoken to. You're allowing yourself to power the transformation that's already happening, and you think that you, human flesh and blood, is the only one that's working for change, is the only one that's working to transform, is the only way that's working to liberate, are the only ones that are working for peace. Nah, we been here working for peace in the background, right? Like non-physical has been working for transformation, has been healing hearts, has been transforming lives, right? Has been bringing people to the light, has been bringing people into the presence, has been bringing people into joy, has been releasing sorrow, has been, holding sadness and guilt and anger so you guys no longer have to hold it. We have been doing that work, and when you allow yourself to be in your vibration, you give us power to do the work that we've already been doing. You align with the power that we've already been shining into the earth, right? You get on board. We're already working on this thing, and you just now allowed yourself to get on board. So whatever selfishness or corruption that materialism and capitalism and consumerism would cause you to think that vibration is about, that New Age spirituality is about, is just another construct, is just another story. And yes, do not allow yourself to be fooled with another story when you have been liberated from so many. No, allow yourself to see the truth. Allow yourself to know love. Allow yourself to power forward. Allow yourself to do the things that are difficult but that have been drawn to you through love. Allow yourself to be moved by love. Allow yourself to read and to study the things that will allow you to be more open and more free and more forgiving and more compassionate, because love is not just what you do, and love is not just what you think and how you feel, but love is also how you act. Love is also how you show up in the world. Love is also the compassion that you give to those you see on the street, right? We are calling you into a greater love, into a greater peace, into a greater abundance, not just for hoarding in your house, no, but to invite yourself into great love and then allow that great love to radiate to all those you meet, right? Allow that same compassion that has filled you to fill all that you meet. Allow that generosity that has poured itself over you to pour onto all those that you meet. Allow that same bliss that you now have experienced to pour out onto all of those that you come in contact with. That's what we're talking about, and that's what we're here for, and that's the point of what we've been talking about this whole time. Like, this is the point of getting into your vibration. Not that you can just hoard up millions of dollars, get you an island, and peace out. Not that you can blame anyone for their status. Not that you can judge anyone for their life experience. Not that you can call anyone lesser than yourself. No, that was what y'all were doing before we even got here. So don't try to turn it around and act like it is a new kind of invention that came with these teachings that we are providing. No, we are providing an alternative path to the heart. We are talking about what the heart is calling forth. And we're just talking about the first step of the heart. The first step of the heart is getting in line with it. It's getting in tune with it, getting in relationship with it, and all things are flowing from that. So the selfishness, the manipulation, the consumerism, the worship of money and power and ego and corruption, all of that, those are old world illusions. Those are old world illusions. Okay, this is me talking. Those are old world illusions, right? And if you still need to be liberated from those stories, you could still find them wherever you go. If you go to the dollar store, if you go to the forest, if you go to a temple, if you go to a synagogue, if you need to be liberated from those stories, you can find them anywhere. Because humans are everywhere. And we bring our stories and we bring our illusions everywhere we go. But the power of aligning with your vibration and attracting the power of your heart is one that is a freedom, is one that is graceful, and is one that allows you to be as powerful as you truly are, and to call those around you into that power, and allows you to see things as they truly are, and to show up in love, and to show up in action, and to show up, right? My main man, Jesus said, I came not to bring peace, but a sword. Right? I came not to la-di-da-da. I came to cut up these illusions. I came to slice through all of the lies. I came to let you know that you are liberated, right? I came to let you know that all the blind can now see. I came to let you know that all that who are imprisoned will now be free, right? I came to make all the roads like straight. Like this is the power of what we're doing here. This is the importance of what we're doing here. And if it is about money, if it's about material gain, if it's about materialism, that's what you've come for, and there's a lesson in there for you as well. But love is not about a kind of pacifism that sits down and allows the exploited to continue to sit comfortably. This is talking about revolution. This is talking about a new world order, right? This is talking about heaven on earth. This is talking about we fight with justice because all are equal and all are one. And it is intolerable for us to allow anyone to be treated as lesser than. So we stand up in the face of corruption, and we stand up in the face of exploitation from our own vibration, from our own place of strength, from our own place of collective power, from our own place of inspiration, from our own place of wisdom, from our own place of strength, from our own place of courage. And once we come forth with it, it will attract to us all the friends, all the opportunities, all the places and spaces that we need to be to bring that forward. And that's how the revolution happens. And that's how change happens. And that's how love as an active force for justice comes and makes a transformation. And sure, sometimes people need to take time getting into their vibration and resting and healing themselves and allowing themselves to feel good. And that takes what it takes. But love calls us even forward. Love calls us even further. Love calls us even further. Love calls us even further. Love, the force of life within us all, the spark of divinity within us all, calls us forward, calls us forward, calls us forward to justice, calls us forward to forgiveness, calls us forward to compassion, calls us forward to work for the things that we know that we've dreamed of and that are at our very fingertips, calls us to imagine and to fight for a world in which we all can live and be in love, calls us to wrestle, right? Calls us to play for the world, calls us to fight for the world, calls us to sing for the world, calls us to dance for the world, calls us to cook for the world, calls us to program for all the different expressions of love self, right? All the different purposes that people have, all of those things are required, right? In the creation of this new world. Selfishness, materialism, corruption, power, greed, all of those things will fall, right? And those of us in our heart, in true and sacred relationship, those of us who allow the power of love to call us forward will be the ones dancing a new dance and singing a new song. The old song of selfishness, the old song of blame, the old song of suppression is over. It's over. It's over. It's done. It's dead. It's over. It's over. It's over. It's dead. It's out of here. It's old world things. The things that you see now are old. They're old result of an old desire, but new desires have been born. Been born. And there is a new world that already exists, and that those of us who are bold enough and courageous enough to see it and to dream it and to call it forth, those of us are the ones who will be able to allow that manifestation, so delicious, to be made manifest here and now. To be made manifest here and now. And that is the power of love. And that is the power of vibration. And that is the power of alignment. So don't get caught up, because we got lots of work to do. Dreaming and having fun and taking it easy. And there are people who are warriors, and your mission is to war. Yeah? And we need you. And there are people who are writers, and your mission is to write us into peace and to write us into justice and to write us into unity. And we need you. Those of us who are singers, it is our mission to call forth the hordes of angels to support us and to sing a new song of a new dawn and a new world. And we need you, right? Those of us who are lovers, those of us who are movers, those of us who are shakers, those of us who are meditators. We need you. Those of us who are friends, those of us who love hugs, those of us who love to run around in the grass, we need you. We need you. We need you to be bold. We need you in your heart. We need you to see clearly. We need you to dream big. We need you to speak loudly. We need you to say, yes, I am that. Yes, I am that. Yes, I am that. Yes, I am power. Yes, I am courage. Yes, I am the dreams of my ancestors. Yes, I am the heralder of the new world. Yes, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Selfishness is done with me. Corruption is done with me. Disunity is done with me. I am that. So yeah, There are people who have been selfish. But pew, 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 pew. Just like that, it's old. And so I'm here to talk about the new world. So that's that's what I'm about. That's what this channel is about. Talking about love, the love revolution, lovers of the light, those of us who are being courageous enough to dream in the new world and to live in that new world when others may not be able to see it, but we can feel it. And we know the things that we can feel are far realer than anything that we can see with our eyes. The things that we can see with our heart are what guide us and what lead us and what protect us and what encourages us and what fill us. So, my fellow lovers of the light, welcome. Welcome to the revolution. Okay? I love you guys so much. Thank you for coming in. Please like and subscribe and share this. I want to hear your voices. I want to hear your cries. I want to hear about your talents. I want to hear about the way New Age spirituality has helped you, or some illusions that you found in it that you had to learn lessons to overcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you guys forever and ever. Bye. Bye.